special place for the Sacred Heart Pioneers. They've won their last 12 home games, which is an FCS record. In the 11 years that Coach Nofri has been with Sacred Heart, they are 35-17. I asked Coach Nofri what is so special about this place that helps them win. He said that his team loves to play at home, they love to play with a big crowd, and they love to play in big games. Now, this is definitely going to be a big game as Sacred Heart is set to break their attendance record today, and the Pioneers are in the hunt for their 13th straight home victory. Back to you guys.
And I am happy to introduce to you Morgan Miller. All right, Morgan Miller. Now, first of all, before Morgan tells you about today's comment section, I think you guys should know Morgan is here. She decided to change careers.
That's
true. She was on her way to being, hey, Morgan.
Yes.
As it was described to me today, you were on your way to being like a Broadway star or something.
That was the original goal, yeah, for sure. Undergrad, musical theater, you know, living in New York City, auditioning for Broadway, national tours, all that stuff.
All right, so you decided to leave the drama of the stage aside and choose the drama of the sports media industry. Is that?
Yeah, it's a different kind of drama. Now I get to talk about, instead of doing it myself, I get to talk about other people in their own drama. No, you have no idea. There's so many high maintenance people in the sports media field. I just hate to break it to you. They are. I'm not leaving them behind, I guess.
Listen, Lin-Manuel Miranda will be like, wait a minute. I didn't have to deal with this in Hamilton. Like, this is crazy.
I had the opportunity to speak with assistant coach Sean Honan before the game today. Now, Coach Honan has a very special and unique insight when it comes to playing Bryant, as he was a member of the Sacred Heart men's basketball team when he was a student athlete here at Sacred Heart. He says that one of the things that makes this rivalry so strong is that Bryant has been such a solid team for so many years, and every year they seem to have a couple players that everyone watches out for. He says when he was a junior, they got to play in a crazy 3 overtime win at Bryant, and then when Bryant came here, there was a half-court shot. He said every time they play, they know it's going to be a good game, and it brings out the best in everyone. Hoping for another great game tonight. Back to you guys.
We are elated to have our NFL analyst Morgan Miller join us for this segment. How are you doing today, Morgan?
I'm doing great. Thank you so much for having me.
Our pleasure. First question, how were the Dolphins able to stop Lamar Jackson?
Okay, so that's a super interesting question. The answer is a little bit complicated. So Josh Boyer, the defensive coordinator from the Dolphins, was absolutely on fire. He used a combination of cover zero concepts to keep Jackson at bay. Jackson seemed completely thrown by the man coverage, and that gave the Dolphins that extra bump they needed to pull this one out. Now, Jackson was sacked 4 times by the Dolphins and pressured on 19 of his 53 dropbacks. Because of that pressure, the Dolphins also gave Jackson his first regular season red zone interception of his career. The Dolphins sent defensive backs blitzes on 24 of Jackson's dropbacks, which is the most he has seen in his entire career. Something also really interesting is that every time that Jackson has been pressured more than 15 times in a game, they've lost. So the 6-3 Ravens, all 3 of those losses come when he's been pressured 15 times or more. I'm not saying that's the key to beating him, but I am saying that that's a pretty good thing that maybe teams should look at for the rest of the season.
Not indifferent. We can't deal with indifference. We have to
have opinions, right?
Yeah.
So, I mean, this first one right here, obviously, we're just talking about your number 10 on your list, you know, Devin Booker, right? So a lot of people are saying that the 37-year-old point guard is getting all the blame. What about the 25-year-old greatest son ever, next Kobe? You know, I mean, who's getting more blame? And I think some people are saying, well, I mean, Devin Booker, he's supposed to be the new kid on the block, the best that's out there. Yeah, okay, scores what, like 11 points in game 7? Not too good, didn't even get it. The only points in the first half were 2 free throws, right?
Ooh, yeah.
Today I am joined by Sacred Heart alum and current Tennessee Titan Julius Chestnut. Now, last time we saw each other was a little bit of a different scene. I got to go down to the Titans facility and see you during training camp. It was awesome to get to talk to you then. What has your life been like since then?
It's been awesome. You know, being able to make the 53-man roster there, it was truly a blessing.
I am over here with the Bryant men's basketball turkey chart. Now, each one of these turkeys stands for 3 stops. Every 3 stops, you get a turkey. Now, they say that once they fill this whole board up and get 7 turkeys, they very rarely lose a game. So we will keep you updated on how many turkeys are on this board. As of now, we have 4 turkeys. Back to you guys. So I know right now they're showing some pictures of you with the Titans. They're showing some pictures of us together at training camp. What are some of the things that you would like to say to the coaches here that taught you, that has helped you get to where you are right now with the Titans?
I tell them now, as I'll always tell them, thank you, and thank you for giving me the opportunity to come here and play. Thank you for everything. You know, these guys has truly welcomed me in and brought me in with open arms, and I love them for that.
Well, thank you so much for taking the time to join us. After this next break, we're going to be joined by two members of the women's volleyball team, Sarah and Brooke, so stay tuned for that. We'll see you when we get back. Some people in America might think that Luka's soft because he's European, but he's saying that he's faced harder things than we've ever seen in America, you know, playing at 17 against people that were much older than him. And, you know, Luka, what do you say? Luka just punked the #1 team on their home floor. I mean, you know, there's that picture of Luka looking up and laughing, them asking Luka, you know, did you know that you scored 27 and they scored 27? He's like, yeah, of course I did. And coming in as a freshman, you have so many of these players to look up to, like Sarah. What does it mean to come into this really solid team of people that have won NEC championships before? How does that help you, and what are you looking for when you talk to them and the advice that they've given you?
Yeah, it's honestly a really cool position I'm in because I get to look up to these players. I get to look up to Sarah, who's got Setter of the Year multiple times and Player of the Week multiple times already. And it's just kind of where I want to see myself in the future with this program.
Well, thank you, ladies, for joining us. Good luck against Stonehill tonight, and hopefully we'll be seeing another NEC championship in your future.
Thank you.
We're going to take it to a few commercial breaks, and then we will see you after halftime.